Hi there! In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to work the double crochet stitch. Let's just jump into it. The double crochet stitch can be worked with any size hook and yarn, and to start off, you will want to make a foundation row of 10 chain stitches. It's a good idea to make your foundation chain fairly loose. If you're new here, go ahead and check out the previous lessons on foundation chains and the half double crochet stitch, since these videos build off one another. Anyway, once you've got 10 chain stitches in your foundation row, you will want to work your first turning chain by adding 3 chain stitches to your row. That's 1, 2, and 3. Remember, the loop on your hook does not count as a stitch. Now you'll want to yarn over, pulling your yarn around the hook from back to front. Insert your hook into the 4th chain from the hook, using your index finger to hold the working yarn in place while you insert the hook into the stitch. Grab your working yarn with your hook and pull it through the chain stitch. Now there should be 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull the yarn through just the first 2 loops on your hook. You should end up with 2 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over one last time and pull the working yarn through those last 2 loops. And that's it, the double crochet stitch. It's very similar to the half double crochet stitch, and the best way to learn these stitches are to take your time and count the loops on your hook as you go. The most common mistake I see beginners make is wrapping their yarn around the hook in the wrong direction. So make sure it's going behind the hook and towards you, and that you're only wrapping it once. When you get to the last stitch in your row, work 3 additional chain stitches. You don't have to worry about these being very loose, since you won't be working directly into them. They are just there to create the edge of your first stitch on each row. Now you will be working back across to crochet the 2nd row. Make sure you are only inserting the hook under those top 2 loops. Yarn over and insert the hook, and grab the working yarn to pull it through. Make sure you've got 3 loops on the hook and yarn over again. Pull it through just the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is a great stitch for big projects because it's tall and works up quickly, but it does create a very open weave of fabric, so it's not great for making stuffed animals. It's still an extremely important stitch to know since it's used in most lace patterns and quite often in crocheted clothing. When broken down, it probably looks like a lot of steps to do for just one stitch, but after some practice you'll find that it starts to feel like just a few quick motions, and eventually you'll hardly have to concentrate on your hook while you work at all. Both the double and half double crochet stitches are very important to learn if you want to work any kind of rib stitch or variety of granny square. The 4 stitches we've covered so far are the only ones you would need to know to make something like this, a simple lace pattern that repeats every few rows. And remember, it takes time and practice to build up your hand-eye coordination. So if it's not relaxing at first, trust me, you'll be flying along sooner than you think. Anyway, it would be so helpful to me if you could take a moment to subscribe and let me know what you want to learn next. I hope you're enjoying your new hobby and that you have an amazing day. I'll see you next time.